It's that time, you guys. We have new WWE action figures, and not just any figures, but the whole new series of the Ultimate Edition. We got Uncle Howdy. Oh my gosh. This set, you guys, been waiting for this for quite some time. They kept teasing us. They kept saying, yo, when do you plan on completing that Wyatt fam? Well, by the looks of it, you guys, it looks like it's going to happen today. Stay tuned to the end of the video if you don't want to miss any of the action, especially when you got Miss Money in the bank. We have Tiffy time. Look at that, dude. We got 2 scans, got a bunch of hands. We got Tiffy on the side over here. Look you make. When WrestlingFigures.com and discount code HERO has saved you some Skrilla on all of the new WWE action figures, man. 5'7" from Inip, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, matter of fact, I believe I went to school with her. I could be wrong. Maybe some chick that looked like her, but check this out. Mamacita Latino Heat. Heat Latino Heat. Who asked for Latino Heat? WHF Figgy fam, dude. Get the shirt, got the scans, got Eddie Guerrero. I'm going to tell you something about this lad, bro. This guy did everything and anything to come out ahead, right? If you're not cheating, you're not trying, Holmes. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting, you guys. But yes, we're going to go to our box, get this damn box out of the way, get this guy right here, get Uncle Howdy right here. Tiffy, we ought to be doing something about Uncle because apparently my guy wants us laying on the job. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we have all the figures out of the packaging. I wanted to have the whole Wyatt family right out the gate, man. I know a lot of you have been waiting, kind of how they side by side with one another. And so far, we've gotten, I would say, 3/4 of the way. I mean, there is 2 that are left, but for the time being, as you guys know, we love our customs, bro. We got to have little placeholders. And I also want to show you a side-by-side comparison of the Uncle Howdy that kind of held us over until Mattel finally officially revealed their official figure here with the set. Now, I got to say, in its own right, I still like the custom a lot. I enjoy fabric goods. There's nothing fabric about this. A lot of this right here, it's just solid rubber. But again, in its own right, I feel like you also get a little bit more detail with the sculpt. And we're going to go ahead and cover that, but I also want to show you all of the additional accessories that we do get with Uncle Howdy. We get a lot. We get a total of 3 scans in all. We get kind of like this grimace look, right? And I would say the paint apps are done up really nice. You can see all of these little studs right here that are surrounding the scan on literally all of them. They are also sharing all of the same hairpiece, which would have been nice to get something a little bit different for some of these. Because, I mean, as the match does progress, sometimes it gets leaned over to the left or sometimes it leans over to the right. Here's the other one right here. And you can kind of see how, like, in the front, it's all identical. It's going to be expressions. Well, you'll notice a lot of the differences. This one seems to have a lot of QC right here up top on the forehead, but it is still getting all of the studs right there and a big old bushy beard. I feel like this one probably has the most amount of facial hair. So I'm not quite sure if this is like a Monday scan and this right here is more like a, Friday/Saturday, right? I guess in shave. He's got to trim it up, bro. Now, here's the cool thing is you do get 2 different options for the actual gear. You can either A, have the one that's right here on the figure with the entrance piece, or you can go ahead and swap it out with the interchanging arms. And they're kind of big, dude. Like having it in hand, not sure if you guys are seeing this, but these are some big freaking hands. I feel like these arms probably going like on a Brock Lesnar. What, dude? I don't know, man. You guys go in the comments, but they are freaking huge. Now, I got to say that the overall sculpt right here, all this tooling on the actual band itself, it is all very much there. This is so nice to see, you guys. I like how they did the hand right here, where you got the Bray Wyatt glove right here. It says Bray going across, and then you got the solid plain hand for the other option. So you get full-on open or you get mic open. No closed fist, so I guess it's slacking a little bit. Now, you also do get this, and it stays on there pretty good. Kind of see how this is a lot different from the actual official first release right here. This kind of has more like, it's like a solid black as opposed to a brown. And it does not have any types of effects, but I feel like given, that it's 2025 and we're this far in the Ultimate Edition series, it would have been nice to see that, right? I mean, we see it with other toy lines. So given the price point on some of these being so high, I mean, what is it? An Ultimate at retail will run you anywhere between $35 to $40, depending on the area that you're at. But yeah, it would have been cool, right? Maybe like a little switch or even like a glow-in-the-dark feature, right? Again, it's just some ideas, but still pretty nice, very well detailed. It's got a little cross pattern right there up front, and it does wrap around, and the handle itself does articulate, so you can actually move it left and right. And it goes on there too without a breeze. So again, that's definitely a nice little feature with it all. Now, as you guys know, this right here, this is kind of, again, placeholder, right? I feel like the hat's very similar in its own right. Obviously, the newer one, it's got a lot more going on. I can't remember where this one came off, but I can tell you that Riot Zoo was the man that ended up coming through right there with that skin. I did improvise and kind of gave it my own touch, and this is kind of what I mean. Like, it would have been nice to see with one of the scans to kind of get a different hairstyle where you got some of the hair dripping to the side. I kind of had to do a little combo deal where I kind of had like a Bray Wyatt. Yeah, it's like a Fiend mask over the actual mask itself, and the hat itself too. You guys can kind of see how the hat was all done up here, you guys. This is so nice to see that Mattel incorporated kind of like the little brown surrounding piece that does wrap around, and then the little studs up front. Nothing out back, but it fits on the man flush, dude. Like, it stays on there. You can actually headbutt somebody. You can shake the lad around. It'll stay in place really damn good. Now, again, the jacket itself, it is its own individual piece, right? You can kind of see how they sculpted all this. If you do bring it up close, you can see all those little tiny little patterns right there up front, and it is multi-layered. So this is like the front of the jacket, and then it transcends into the rest of it, and then it's got like this little strap towards the back where you can tighten it up, loosen it up. Obviously you can't, but kind of gives you that illusion, and it does come all the way past the actual jacket piece itself. So cool, man. The arms too. Look at these freaking sleeves, dude. Like, I don't know who did like the tooling over there at Mattel, but cheers to you. And I feel like this is kind of be like the top moment right here for the figure. You do get a little bit too of the actual skin tone seeping through the armband right there. I mean, it doesn't really take away much from it. I feel like most of the time you're going to be having facing forward, and the hair will also kind of make up for that. So it's nice how it sits on there. Maybe that's the reason why they stuck with the same hairpiece on all three scans. It just sits on there nice and flush, man. But again, we got to pull this off. I know some of you want to see it with the actual in-ring gear, and we got to do it, man. We got to do it for the WHF Figgy fam. It's pretty smooth. I mean, there's really no struggle to it all. Now, when this is on there, you'll kind of notice how like the community is like what they've been talking about, right? It's like those boulder style of shoulders, dude. They stick so far out to the right, man. I don't know if you guys can see it all through camera, but you can kind of see how the shoulder line starts right there, but then the shoulders themselves sling all the way out here. It's got like that CM Punk, that recent, what is it, the Mattel Creations exclusive. It's kind of, yeah, it has that style, man. It takes a lot away from it. I don't know, the aesthetics on it, not the best. I don't know who was, you know, like given the okay or the cue to kind of put this to productions this way, but a lot of people are upset about that. I feel like, you know, rightfully so. But also keep in mind, this is the very first Bo Dallas figure that we've seen in years. So again, it's not as much of a surprise, but in its own right, it could have been done up a little bit better on the design. Again, not too much, but I do like it. I don't know, man. Like, not the shoulders, but the shirt itself. Maybe if we put like different arms, I want to play out a couple of different options. Turn on the notification game. We got to do some fixed ski upstees to kind of determine of whether or not this is going to be a keep, pass, bail, or just a nice addition to that Wyatt family. There is nothing on the back. It's just a solid black shirt. But the pants themselves kind of have like this, what do you guys call it? Like, it's like a pattern. It's like, I'm trying to think of you wear these during winter time. Plaid, there you go. It has a plaid style of design on the upper part. And then it just kind of transcends into like, like chaps? Yeah, it almost has like a assless chaps kind of design. So you get plaid up top, solid black on the bottom, and you do get pinless knees right here. Solid black boots. Really nothing special about the boots themselves. They are the traditional wrestling style of boots. Articulation, though, let's go ahead and cover it. Head scan, it rotates pretty good, but the hairpiece itself will kind of get in its way. And I don't think it's just the scan. Like, I'll go ahead and show you the other ones. That way you guys can kind of see as to what we mean. Here's kind of like the smiling one, right? He's smiling. He's like, yeah, we're covering articulation. Wee, right? So here it is. Here's this one, and this is the one with all the QC issues. but very hard for it to actually turn because of the hairpiece. And let's try it with the other one. Maybe this one will kind of be like that one. And this is what I mean, like, how it would have been nice if we would have gotten different sculpts with the hairpiece. It would have given you just, different rotating options with it. So if you had the hair dripping on the right, it would have been easier to, rotate the scan, and it flips back. You see how it just kind of comes back right there? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. But shoulders do go far pretty good out. You do get that full 360. You get the butterfly joint design, which gives it really nice articulation. You get the bicep, full rotation at the bicep 360. You get double pinless elbows right here, and you're getting a nice solid degree right there. You can also articulate the wrists themselves. The ab crunch goes about this far forward and about that far back. So I do believe that Sister Abigail should give you no issues with that. The full waist swivel right there. You can get the lace to flare out really, really good. Look at that. The man can do splits. Are you freaking serious? Legs go this far out. Upper thigh cut. You get that double pinless design, and very well right there on them knees. You get some really nice rotation on the calves, and then you get that new style of ankle articulation. And then, of course, given that it's an ultimate, you're going to get that nice, toe articulation with it. Look, as an overall figure aesthetics, that's where most of the points are going to get taken away. I'm still giving it a 7.9. My boy's almost tapping into the 8s and having up alongside the rest. Look at this, you guys. This right here looks insane. So damn cool. Obviously, these are not part of the review, but I know you guys kind of wanted to see how these would play out. Again, this one should be a 3-pack here that's going to be coming out here shortly. We'll include all 3 of these. Obviously, it will not be the ultimate, so this is really your only option right here at the moment. But for the time being, bro, 7.9, we really can't complain. Let's get Tiffy up here, because everybody wants to see how she lines up with her predecessor. Now, her predecessor was actually really good. I mean, this Elite was a really nice introduction for Tiffany right here in the figure lineup. But this is a whole new degree, bro. This is an ultimate edition, right? You get butterfly joints. You get added articulation. You did have the double pinless elbows. But, dude, this new one, oh my gosh. Now, I am going to be straight with you. In its own right, though, I don't know if it's just mine, or I don't know if, like, this is the way that this one was produced, but we got some issues, you guys. We're going to go ahead and address those. But scans right here, you get 2 of them. You get the serious look right here with different hairstyles. So this is kind of what we're saying. So Uncle Howdy didn't bring it, and I feel that Tiffy, I mean, yes, she only has 2 scans. I mean, at least we're getting it with her. You'll see kind of how the hairpiece, it's kind of designed slightly different. No, it's still it's the same Hero Figs. Don't get too riled up. It's the same design. What's going on, you guys? It's like the hair is not part of the scan. And again, not to be mean with it, but it's just something that I want to see, you guys. It's something that needs to be done up. And we're going to go ahead and put this one on there. That way you guys can kind of see how it all looks. Now, interchanging hands, you get mic open on the figure, and then you get 2 pointing hands, which actually all of them do get like a little green design. It's not like actually tooled. And then you get that signature pose right there on the left as well as the right. So yeah, it's like a full-on slash. I'm going to go ahead and pinch that butthole. Look at that. It's got the 2 in the pink. All right, we're not doing that, but you guys can kind of get it. No tooling done in the hand, but we got a lot of tooling right here with the actual tights themselves, right? Chest piece right here. You can actually see how it kind of flares out from the rest of the chest right there. It's kind of like its own entity. I mean, obviously, if you were to remove it, it probably wouldn't be good, right? So don't buy this for a kid. I'm kidding, bro. I'm sure most kids are going to put this on their Christmas wish list. And if you do, discount code HERO, right? Drop a little like, drop a little love, because we're bringing a whole bunch of nonstop WWE figure action right here to it all. Now, the briefcase, too. We got to talk about this, because this right here, this is its own accessory in its own right. I mean, think about this, right? You get the traditional Money in the Bank briefcase. Never seen it like this, you guys. It's never been done up the way that she, what would you guys, like, glamorized it, right? Because, I mean, it's got, like, its own little freaking, look at this. You can put this on. You can actually pretend for this to be a purse. Now, does it actually open up? That's kind of my question. I don't believe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, you can kind of see the seam. So I don't know if mine is, like, adhered by glue. Oh, there we have it. So on the inside, we got 2025 WWE Mattel JV88. I don't know whose phone number that is, but it might be your boyfriend's. Maybe someone was in the DMs. If you guys know about the backstory, you know what I'm talking about. So it's cool. Maybe you can put on one of these scans. Or
maybe you can put in one of these hands. Yeah, right? So Tiffy, yeah, maybe not the ones that are open. Let's do the closing ones. Let's do the finger pointing hands. Will they stay? Oh, yeah. Shakey, yeah, you can hear that. So slips on really nice too. You can carry it like a purse. Like, yeah, I miss money in the bank. What up, bitches? All right, let's take off this scan and see how that other one looks. I think both of them do look pretty good, but I love the little lips kind of like puffed out, right? Kind of like flaring out, giving you like, yeah, I'm going to beat that ass. I'm going to rip it. Look at the neck piece too, you guys. This kind of gives me like Little Mermaid vibes, right? I don't know. It's just me, but you can kind of see how the green is kind of like, yeah, blending in with the gold really good. Really nice piece. And even like the actual part of the top, all this is also tooled. And I know I probably shouldn't be touching the figure the way that I'm touching it, but I got to show you guys. I got to demonstrate to you. Otherwise, you're going to be like, I don't know, Hero Figs. I feel like you're out of line. We're not, but, you know, if you did think that at the same time, you have your own right. Again, I got to give you a full in-depth review. And the only way to do so, man, we got to be able to move the hair piece around. We got to be able to show you the sleeves. Now, the sleeves themselves, they are not tooled. All of this right here, it is just painted on. And they are almost similar. I feel like the right one has a lot of QC. It's got a lot of purple that it shouldn't be there. I feel like it should be more centered right there, but it's definitely flaring out through part of the green. So I don't know how I feel about that. Now, as we were saying, there are some issues with this figure. I don't know if it's just mine, but it kind of gives me like those early Jazzware figures vibes. Like, I think that's probably the best cue, especially when you talk about like the actual crotch piece itself. It's really, really loose, you guys. Like, you can kind of see how the legs, like, you really don't have to do much for them to kind of flare out. And again, that kind of takes away from it. The upper thigh right here, it does not get any of the tooling. You'll only see it on the actual crotch piece itself. All of this right here, it's just been painted on. You kind of see how the pink right there comes together in the back. And I got to say, from Mattel's doings, I mean, this is a step up in the rear end department. Like, I don't recall any other figure kind of bringing the glam. I don't know. Maybe, no, this is definitely junk in the trunk, bro. Like, I don't know if she was doing a whole bunch of squats and ended up coming out the gym. But if you look at a side-by-side comparison, you guys can kind of see where we're at, bro. This is like a solid, what is it? 135, 145 pounder, and this is like 125 pounder, right? I'm just saying if you're like doing it in weight. But now as far as the knee pads, you do get the green over the green, so it's kind of like a double knee pad design. Obviously, it's tape, but you guys know where we're going with it. Some people call it socks. I call it green tape, dude. Really like the knee pads. It looks like the same design that we did get on the upper side. It's being transcended into the rest of the figure. We get the gold right there, surrounded by a white lace accent and a white sole accent. You do get toe articulation with this as well, and I believe that, it's the old style of ankle articulation. But let's go ahead and cover it. So as far as the articulation, head scan, full 360. And this one seems to be wanting to pop out. I do have it all the way pushed in, but it flares out pretty good. The shoulders right there, they come about this far out. You do get the upper shoulder rotation right there. You get that double pinless design on the elbows. You get wrist articulation that you can rotate also, a full 360. Butterfly joints, yes sir, butterfly joints for the ladies as well. Ab crunch, pretty good, about that far back. And as far as like the waist swivel, again, it's very loose, you guys. It may just be my mind. I mean, if it is yours, let me know in the comments. So you can do full-on splits. You get that upper thigh cut right there in the thighs. Obviously, it's upper thigh cut. Now the knees right here, they do bend pretty good. It is a pinless design, but no issues with that. And you also get the calf cut. And again, ankle articulation, but it is the old design. Toe articulation as well up front. I'm giving this figure a 7.5. And it's going to be mainly because of the articulation. She just kind of feels a little bit off. I don't know what it is. I feel like she would rank higher. I mean, I really like the gear. I like the briefcase. I like how we get multiple scans with it. I like how you can put the hands in there, right, as a little bonus. Now, let's get Eddie up here, you guys. Latino freaking heat. Bringing all kinds of heat, man. Look at this. My boy came out here with the damn kettle. Like, this guy went to the farm, right? He's like, all right, I got to get a weapon on. Serious. It's part of the match, right? Him, JBL had a match. Now, here's this custom that we've done up on the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, obviously subscribe, right? But definitely check this out, right? This one, I still very much like. I love the red gear. I don't know what it is about the red gear, but I've always been a huge fan. Maybe because he won the title with the red gear, right? He beat the Beast Incarnate with it. Scale-wise, pretty good. I feel like both of them right there are pretty good in scale. They're almost identical. Hair colors where you're going to notice a lot of the difference. This one, the older one, It kind of has like a brown tint to it. The newer one, it has like a black, yeah, it's like a full black hairpiece, but it's got highlights mixed in with the figure. And you can play out a couple of different gears. Like, I believe you could do like the Poppy one, right? The one where he took on Rey Mysterio in the ladder match with this one. Because, again, blonde highlights, I feel like they were more pronounced during that era. This shirt right here, really like the shirt, you guys. It is not Velcro, so they were able to execute Addicted to the Heat on the back. And if you're not familiar with this shirt, this is kind of based off like that Scarface look. We saw it with this one. This one was the shirt off. This one is more of like the promo gear. So this is kind of like transitioning into a champion. This right here, my boy has already declared himself as the champion. Now, you can swap out the skin with it. I got the Screaming one. I feel like the Screaming one looks probably the best on the figure. You got a Smirk one right here, and even the hair on this one, it's a solid black with gold accents right here, which, again, we have seen these before in the past, so really nothing new. This one is actually looking fairly new, even this one. So we are getting slight new introductions into the scans, which is good, right? You got to change up the color. Sometimes I feel like they're kind of going back to the drawing board and redoing it. Both of these work really good. The hair pieces, they are almost similar. This one has more of like an orange tint. This one has more of like a yellow tint. And again, I don't know if it's like a QC or whatnot, but that's kind of what I'm picking up with the colors. And this one is also even more pronounced to the backside. Now, interchanging hands, you get a lot, you guys. You get the signature pose that you're seeing on the figure. You do get closed fists that you can swap out. It's not sculpted like how we've seen in the prior Ultimates, but at least it's there. You also get the full-on open right here, which I feel like most people were displaying their Eddie Guerreros with this hand when he's doing like, hey, mamacita, but they actually gave us a little bonus with these ones. So again, really, really nice. And then you also get Mike open. So closed fist, Mike open, full-on open. And then for me, this is kind of how I always envision Eddie Guerrero doing his pose. I know some people like to do it closed fist. So I feel like if he's dancing, if he's coming down the entranceway, that would definitely be like a closed fist, because then he'd be like doing a little shoulder thrust, right? Now, here's the piece in and of its own right. We have seen this. We got this with Cody Rhodes. Yes, it was the ringside exclusive Cody Rhodes, and it's really cool to see this accessory. Like, I was always a huge fan of this match, so the fact that Mattel ended up producing this in figure format, loved it. And it's really pliable. You can kind of see how it just folds and bends accordingly. The figure itself, you guys, again, oh my gosh, dude, love it. Now, the arms, that's probably really the only thing I could take away from it. I feel like the bigger arms on my custom are just suiting him a lot better. And again, this isn't something that, you know, I went out of the box. No, this actually came off that 4-pack. It was the SmackDown 4-pack. It was him, John Cena, Booker T. Go in the comments. I cannot remember the fourth member, but I know he was an important member for SmackDown nonetheless. The shirt slips off really, really smooth, you guys. Again, it is no Velcro, so you're going to want to pull off the arms for this, but really, really soft and very, very bendy, very flexible to slip on and off, really good. But yeah, the newer arms on this one, again, I'm not sure why we got it with the Elite. I mean, I don't think anybody was complaining about the bigger arms, so for them to kind of take a step back right here with the smaller arms, I mean, we can do a fix-up. So again, stay tuned to the channel. The torso right here, it's being represented the same way, which I feel like this one, it is a lot more accurate, man. If you guys remember his very first Ultimate Edition figure, not good, bro. It was, what was it, like Ripped Eddie Guerrero? I forgot the names. People made a name for it, but you get the tattoo right there on the left. Bottom, bottom, almost called biceps. Not a bicep hero fix, it's a forearm, but you can kind of see a little bit of the red right there seeping towards the bottom of the cross. Again, would have been nice if we would have seen like the tooled wrist straps, but really can't take away from it, because this is like, at this point in time, this has kind of been like the whole transitioning point of that, right? So Eddie Guerrero, they kind of already had this in mind. They're like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and put it through production. We're going to go ahead and do it up without wrist straps. And then maybe the next one they'll do wrist straps, you know, with the tooling. And then maybe they'll do the bigger arms, right? Now, you guys got to drop a like, because that's the kind of stuff that Mattel wants to see. If that's something you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. Now, my boy is on pins, which I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I know that the pins are definitely better for articulation, but Uncle Howdy's got some great articulation on those knees, so I don't know why they included the pins on here. The boots right here, really like the boots. This kind of has almost like a lighter almost like a yellow tint to it. It is on the new ankle articulation, and my guy does have toe articulation. Kind of see how this one right here has more of an orange. So we got orange as opposed to yellow, and this is kind of how the man was wearing it, so it makes sense. Mine's a little bit wobbly, but there you go. That's the other thing that would have been nice to see. Maybe the belt, maybe also the cross that came from Hulk Hogan. So the fact that my boy didn't come with it, I don't know how I feel about that, right? But still, really like this purple gear, you guys. This figure easily ranking as a solid banger. I'm going to give you my ranking, but I'm going to see how those other skins fit on the figure. This one, pretty good. This one looks really nice too. I feel like it sits nice and flush. It's not like stubby or like giraffe style. It's got its own proper fitting to it all. And then the last and final one right here, oh yeah. Without a doubt, bro, regardless of the arms, the fact that we don't got ripped Guerrero right now, like 9. I'm going to give this guy a 9. Like he would have been like easily a 10 had he been, had the bigger arms, had he had the belt. I'm not going to throw the belt in there, but definitely the bigger arms without a doubt. Maybe I can give you the Uncle Howdy. Look at this. So this is what I'm saying. Uncle Howdy, my boy like got all types of jacked. Eddie Guerrero, my boy was slacking, but it's actually the opposite. Eddie Guerrero was like 225 pounds. Hold on. It says 5'8" El Paso. It does not have the weight. It should, but it doesn't. All right. Yeah, a 9, without a doubt. Ranking number 1, for sure, without a doubt, Latino Heat, man. Why not, bro? I mean, once we get those arms addressed, once we do a couple of fixed ski upskis on the figure, it's going to really level this figure up to a whole new scale. Number 2, I got to give it to Tiffy, man. Tiffy looking so good, but it's that articulation. Just a very, I don't know, it doesn't feel all that great in hand, you guys. It's kind of very, very loose. And again, like she literally just came out of the box. So as far as posing, you guys are going to see kind of some of the flaws and drawbacks with the figures. And then number 3, Uncle Howdy, mainly due to those massive freaking shoulders. But Eddie Guerrero, bro, once we get those freaking arms addressed, mamacita. But go in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of these figures. Let me know which one you plan on picking up. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you mamacitas on the next one. Latino!